Good morning, all. This is one for the parents, but this is one for your parents if you are lucky enough to still have your parents around. It could be for you if you are lucky enough to be a parent of a wonderful child. And of course, it is still for you. And by that I mean it's important that we look at light not just for ourselves but our family and our extended family, and look at how light has similar effects across the age spectrum and how it changes through across the age spectrum. For example, when you're older, the older you get, the bigger the stimulus you need in order to elicit the same effects. So in the morning time for older people, it's even more important to get a large light effect. Like I say, try and get some daylight as early in the morning. So for example, it's particularly dark still. It's very overcast, and so I won't have the same stimulatory effect as if it was a bright sunny day, and that's just how it is. But that won't affect me as much as perhaps it would affect an older person. And on the flip side of that, you need to think about your light environment with your kids. So if you are someone perhaps that's got normal lighting, and I say that normal because it is normal lighting to have overhead lighting in the evening, with probably LED lights, LED lamps of some sort, and they're very, very, very high in the blue part of the spectrum. And so when we think about that, we need to think, okay, if I am shining high proportion blue light in the evening at say 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I expect my kid to go to bed and sleep soundly, go to bed, be relaxed and ready for bed when we get into bed, and maybe I'm going to keep the light on whilst I'm reading. You've got to understand the two different signals you are sending to the body, because you're getting into bed and your body knows that bed is to sleep, yet as far as your body is concerned, it's a very high proportion of blue light, which means that must be around midday. So why am I getting into bed around midday? And so you've got to understand the confusing signals that potentially you are sending to yourself, to your kids when they go to bed, or even to maybe your parents. They have bright lights on until they go to bed. And so it's really, really important that we start to understand how light affects us across the age spectrum, and we make appropriate substitutions where we can. And so I theorise, because I haven't seen any research on it, I haven't seen any papers on it, we are the same species, and therefore the mechanisms that work for you and I should work for your parents and your kids. And therefore, when it gets close to your kid's bedtime, or an hour before, I'm not saying turn off the lights and be in darkness, but change the lighting, bring the lighting down to ground level. So turn off the overhead lights, where possible go for, if all you can do is go to yellows, go to yellows. Yellows is better than white. Go to oranges, go to reds if possible. Like I say, I have had some of my LED handheld lamps as evening lighting in my house for 2 years. I've also got some red LED strip lights that have been going for, so it's over 2 years for the LED handheld lamps. And they work perfectly. So they go on with a little bit of yellow light in the evening when my daughter's sleeping with me. So they go on about 5-ish, 5:30. So she's got an hour and a half where the TV goes off, because that's another massive dysregulator of the sleep pattern. And then we go to red and we just play and we relax. So everything is angled towards sleeping, so her body has no mixed signals. And you can do the same in your house. And it's very easy to do the same in your house. You just need to think about it. It's the same in your parents' house. So all the people you love around you, you can start to help them. You can start to help them out where and if they need it, and if they want their help. Because even me, and this is my job, I find some parts of it difficult with elements of the people around me, even though I know what I'm talking about. Getting them to change and getting them to understand the significance is very difficult. And even the people my friends and whatnot that have come around to my house, they don't understand why I've got red lights on in the evening, so they come around at 8 o'clock. And then within an hour, they completely understand it. They absolutely understand it, because they're like, oh my god, I'm so relaxed, I can just feel myself getting ready for bed. I'm like, haha, I know, it's great, isn't it? And once you start with this, you will not stop, because you will feel so much better in the morning, and you will feel so much more ready. More ready, is that even a word? More ready for bed and more ready for sleep, and you'll have a peaceful and restorative night's sleep. Have a great day.